UFC 291 features some of the baddest men on the planet and in MMA history, including two very violent lightweights who are guaranteed to produce a Fight of the Year contender when they lock horns for the second time, only this time with the BMF title on the line. But that's only the tip of the iceberg. Here are the three must-see main card fights at UFC 291, live from Salt Lake City. Fight number 1, Tony Ferguson versus Bobby Green. This fight screams violence. Tony may not be the boogeyman he once used to be at lightweight, but he's a very scary individual who is adamant to prove that he is still game and not someone to be overlooked by anyone in the lightweight Shark Tank. With unorthodox Muay Thai and an incredibly unpredictable ground game, look for Tony to enter the octagon hungrier than ever for a win, especially now that he's on a 5-fight losing skid. Bobby King Green isn't a walk in the park for anyone, however. This man oozes confidence and isn't afraid of taking on tough challenges, including the former interim lightweight champion. We see his swagger when he's in the octagon, with a very low guard, emitting confidence in his striking skills over all of his opponents. This is a difficult pick, but what I can say confidently is that this one will more than likely deliver a lot of entertainment and not go the distance. Ferguson will come out guns blazing, hoping to turn things around for himself, while Green will be looking to send him into retirement. This may very well be Ferguson's last opportunity to turn things around for himself. Rest assured, it's a fight that will keep us violence-hungry fans on the edge of our seats. Potential fight of the night candidate? You bet. Must-see fight number 2, Jan Blachowicz versus Alex Pereira. This fight reminds me why I love the UFC. In the red corner, you have a former champion who's known for his legendary Polish power, but he's equally as good on the mat as well. A fighter with literally zero holes in his game, Blachowicz has a knack for derailing hype trains. At UFC 259, he momentarily derailed Israel Adesanya's train by defeating him in their light heavyweight title bout, and now he has a chance to take out the last style-bender's biggest rival, Alex Poatan Pereira. Poatan's rise in MMA has been sensational. He's very inexperienced compared to Blachowicz and has less than 10 fights on his record, yet he has the biggest name on his resume, Israel Adesanya, who he stopped to win the middleweight belt at UFC 281, something no other contender could do. And although he failed to defend that at UFC 287, he now has an opportunity to conquer a higher weight class. Pereira is an absolute world beater of a man who seems to be getting stronger and sharper as his fighting career progresses. With the likes of Glover Teixeira's coaching and training with him, Poatan is someone who can climb the ranks in pound-per-pound greatness with a win over Jan. My pick is going to be Poatan by KO. I did say that Jan has no holes in his game, and I stand by that. However, I don't see his chin outlasting Pereira's strikes. Must-see fight number 3, Dustin Poirier versus Justin Gaethje. If there was any fight that you absolutely had to tune into and watch, it's this one. Dustin the Diamond Poirier versus Justin the Highlight Gaethje is hands down the biggest fight this year. A clash between two titans of the sport who are hoping to secure a third shot at the lightweight belt. Poirier is a decorated fighter who will no doubt end up in the Hall of Fame down the road. He has arguably the best boxing in the UFC and is also a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. The man is an absolute nightmare for anyone not named Khabib Nurmagomedov or Charles do Bronx Oliveira. Justin Gaethje is not far behind either. A modern-day gladiator whose every second inside the octagon is a highlight. Gaethje has made a career out of unleashing pure violence on his opponent. His resume is loaded with world-class names, and his new and improved version is going to give Poirier a much tougher fight than their first battle, which the Diamond won by 4th round stoppage. When you hear the name Justin Gaethje, what you really hear is violence. The question is, will Gaethje be able to do it? Or will Poirier add insult to injury by scoring a second consecutive victory against Arizona's proud son? This matchup is already a fight of the year contender, and compared to their first fight, it's going to be a lot closer. Poirier is as good as he used to be 5 years ago, but Gaethje has come leaps and bounds to become a different and more calculated monster who picks his shots to perfection. That being said, this pick right here, we're gonna have to go with Poirier. Yes, Gaethje is elite on the ground, but it seems to me that the Diamond has an edge on the mat and he'll use it to good effect come fight night. This fight will be absolutely bananas. Fireworks are guaranteed, so don't miss this. There you have it, fight fans. These are the 3 must-see fights on the UFC 291 main card, live from the Delta Center in Salt Lake City, Utah this Saturday, only on pay-per-view.